All right, today we're going to look at how to add a copyright to all of our images in Lightroom. First thing we're going to want to do is go to our flash drive, select our master catalog folder, and find our master catalog Lightroom catalog and double click it, and that will launch Lightroom and open up into the catalog that we want to work in. So we're going to go and look at metadata today, and we're going to add metadata that will show our copyright information for our images. So you can see right now when my catalog opens, it's right where I left it before, which has all the ratings and the color coding and all of that. And you can see that when I look at my metadata over here on the right, I have different parts that I can look at. There's the default metadata. There's one called IPTC, which will allow me to look at the copyright status down here, which shows nothing at the moment. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create what's called a preset. And when we create this preset, we'll be able to apply it to any or all images that we want. We can even utilize it when we're importing our images and tell it to automatically add the copyright preset as our images come in. So I'm going to say Edit Presets, and it's going to come up and it's going to say Custom up here at the top. And you can see that it has some stuff to restore defaults or to save current as preset. So right now I'm going to leave it as custom, and I'm going to come down here to this area that says IPTC copyright, and I'm going to check that box. And now it wants me to enter my copyright information. So I'm going to enter my name with the copyright symbol. If I hold down the Option key and type G, it will type the copyright symbol, and then I'm going to add my name after that. In other words, I'm going to put into the metadata copyright Will Hare for all of these. The next thing I'm going to do is change the copyrighted status to copyrighted. You can put in terms of usage if you want here. I'm not worried about those, so I'm going to uncheck those for right now. And then some copyright info URLs. So this would be something like an email address or a website or even a social media site, some way that they can find you to contact you about the copyright. So I'm going to put in my website. And then I'm going to go ahead and say Save Current Settings as New Preset, and I'm going to call it Copyright. So I'm going to save this preset that's called Copyright, and hit Create, and it'll create this preset called Copyright. And when I say Done, it will have that as a preset that I can add to all of my images. So if I select all of my images, and I select that copyright preset, it will then add the copyright to all of my images. And so you can see now that all of my images have that copyright information in them. Oh, a couple of them did not get it. If it didn't apply to them, then we just have to go through and select copyright on them, and it will add that copyright to it. The best way to do this is when you're importing your images. So I'm going to bring up the import dialog real quick, and you can see over here on the right under the file handling and apply during import, I can just add that metadata of copyright as it brings all of my images in. It's important to add this copyright information so that if your images get published somewhere or posted on a website or sent to a client or sent to somebody who offered to pay you to photograph this, that there is this information that's in there so that if somebody else were to want to maybe license this image, they would know who the copyright belonged to and a way to get a hold of you.